person who ends up winning the table, bring this sheet to me, and I will assemble sometime tonight and post a playoff so we can determine a Q champion and a Don champion for this event. Find each other throughout the rest of the week and play your games. I am not responsible for making sure you do this. In my experience, this is the one instance where the Q players are smarter than the Don players that actually get the job done. We will be playing 10 minutes per player, sudden death. Set your clocks on OP2, which is the no Yomi setting for 10 minutes per person. If you do not finish the game within the 10 minutes, you lose. Now, what does that mean? That means you must finish the game in 10 minutes. That means all the moves that are important and all the dominant. We are playing AGA rules. Full handicaps of more than one rank is at your table. The only rule we are not playing is you do not have to pass a stone if you pass. Okay? Understand? So, but you do need to leave time. It is perfectly legitimate to make your opponent who's behind on time finish the dime. Or keep passing desperately. Okay? It is not permitted for you to make nonsense moves in your opponent's territory to run him out of time. This is absolutely forbidden and impossible to enforce. Because I have no idea what you people down here might think might work. Nor do I know what people down here might think might work. So don't come to me. If you have a dispute in your game because of this, I suggest that you go and watch a lecture because you're taking this far, far too seriously. Okay? You have to hit the clock with the same hand you play a stone. If you capture more than 2 stones, you may pause the clock. If your opponent forgets to hit his clock, think very carefully about the next move. Any questions? Yes. What? Can you tell jokes? It is preferable that this be taken very seriously and loudly, whether it's jokes or not. Yes.
Who gets to have the clock by their dominant hand?
Yes. White decides where to put the clock. You will choose white and black by nigiri if the 2 players are equal. If there's a handicap, that'll be obvious. Anything else?
Handicaps.
Full handicaps if there's more than one rank at your table. Okay? Tony, in fact, is the compensation that's given to white because black has the first move. The value happens to be 7.5 if it's a even game, or 0.5 if it's a handicap. Anything else? Guys, really keep your red.
Hello everyone, I'm Andrew Jackson. I'm joined with Stephanie Yin, one-dan professional from the China Chuan. Thank you for coming back tonight, really appreciate it. We've got some pretty exciting games coming up. We are broadcasting board one between Andy Liu and Song Zurui, or Tim Song. He is also a one-dan professional, or two, is he
one-dan.
2B? One-dan,
One-dan,
okay.
yeah.
And very interesting, we had a very exciting morning this morning. We had a number of upsets. We had Song Zurui defeated Matthew Hu Ziyang, who was one of the favorites to win the Open this year. But that loss is going to make it rather difficult. On the other hand, Song Zurui is sort of avenging the Washington City team.
Yes.
He was on the Washington City League team, and that team lost to the Vancouver team with Hu Ziyang is on. So he got a little bit of revenge here, and on board two, Bao Yun also lost. So we have last year's champion on one loss. We have 2 years ago's champion also on one loss. So that means it's a wide open field tonight. And we have, I think, only 4 people. Hang on, I'm gonna ask my producer if he could bring up the names of everybody who is still 2-0.
I can remember.
Can you remember
Yes.
them? Okay, well, we'll see if the statistics department is going to come through for us on that one. Yeah, okay, so the players who are still undefeated after 3 rounds, we have Ryan, the Heartthrob Lee. He's playing Wu Hao on board 2. An Seo-jin is giving commentary on that one on US Go 2. And of course, Andy and Tim here on this board are the only undefeated players. So we have 4 undefeated players. After tonight, we'll only have 2 undefeated players. It's possible that the other 2 undefeated players will be matched up tomorrow, which would mean that the next 4 rounds of the Open are anybody's game. It's really anybody's game here. So, what do you think? I mean, this is obviously pretty open. Was it surprising this morning to see Bao Yun lose, or was this?
A little bit.
Did you see the game?
Yes, I watched, but the Wu Hao, what I heard, he is very strong.
Okay.
He's 2-dan Chinese pro.
Oh, he's a 2-dan Chinese
Yeah,
pro.
he actually went to a college. After he went to college, he became a pro.
Oh, okay. So he became pro. Then went to university.
After he went to the university.
Oh, I see.
So it's not like we usually when we started in China in a professional go school, we started becoming a pro when we were very young. But he kind of did the opposite. Way. Yeah.
I see. So that's very surprising to hear, but it's also, I think, kind of encouraging to those of us who maybe started studying the game a little bit later, that such things are still possible. That's kind of great to hear. But Wu Hao, he's 2-dan professional in China, very strong.
And also he won I think one title on, but I forgot what tournament is in China.
The Chinese titles. That's very entertaining. That's very interesting. So we'll definitely keep an eye on him as the week progresses. So what do you think? Should we dive into the game?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do it. Okay, that's great. So Andy with the white stones, and Song Zurui with the black. Yeah, we see Andy play the 3-3 point here.
Because he is very into the 3-3 point as black. Because every game he played at the Congress, he played this move. Every game. So I guess he's kind of worried about his opponent is going to play this move. So that's why he shows a 3-3 point.
He's embraced the AlphaGo style here.
Yes.
As a fellow New Yorker, do you think there's any? Have you seen that in New York at all, where he's?
No, I didn't. Okay.
Well, I guess that all seems fairly normal. This seemed like a very unusual sequence here with the beginning.
With next move.
Next move was
connecting.
Was just connecting directly, right?
Right. So this is a kind of one of the classics, Joseki, but most of people think this is not good, very good for white because it's a little slow and it gives give black very strong wall outside.
Right.
Yeah.
But it seemed like he was prepared for this. I mean, it seemed.
I think so.
He seemed ready, right? Like the sequence here where right after this jump, when Black Hanade, I mean, this seemed to be what he had prepared.
He blocked it.
Oh, sorry, he blocked
block
first.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because if we don't have the stone, if we just go here right away, and we don't have a Atari move on the bottom, so black can just connect.
Right, so black
here.
can just connect, and that white stone's kind of floating.
Right. Okay.
Excuse me. So after Song Zurui sort of leaves this wall, this seemed to be. I mean, it seemed like he played them very quickly. I'm not sure if that's.
Yeah, I think so. Andy's style is very fast paced. He likes play like a 10-second game.
Right.
This is what I heard.
I think we saw this in the surrounding game a little earlier this week,
Yeah.
which opens up with Andy playing 40 games on Taijim in the space of an evening, undefeated, I believe.
Yes.
was the trick.
It's amazing, yeah.
So this seemed to be very quickly. Is this attachment normal, or how do we proceed here? What have we seen anything that seems unusual or stands out?
I think that this is the following moves of this Joseki. Since black already take the very thick extension move here, white wants to kind of punish the shape,
I
not
see.
punish, but do something over
At
there.
least leave right. At least
Some AGs there.
right. If you just left it alone, it would be too good for black to get. The
Yeah,
next
because
move.
it's too efficient for black.
Oh, okay. So it's important for white to keep it from being that efficient.
Right.
I see.
Because normally when you see this shape, the classic another classic Joseki is here.
Just that one.
Yeah, but since black take a further extension move here, if white doesn't do anything there, the shape is too efficient for black.
I see. Okay, so that sort of explains this one, and then I guess this is all.
But sometimes some people like to wait for like 10 or 15 moves
To play
and
the
then
Atari?
start the invasion there.
I see.
It might be a little bit earlier,
I see.
early to invade right now because the rest of the board is still empty. But Andy style,
It's
back
Andy
to
style.
Andy style.
That's right. Wow.
Okay, start the fight right away.
So maybe I think the amateur players, by which I certainly mean myself, could have some explanation. It looks like white is just giving up the stone and a ladder.
Yes, because when black Atari is here, white can never run here, right? It's going to be a ladder. But I think what white is trying to do is sacrifice that stone and get some senteis on the outside and jumps out.
And attack the group as a whole.
Yeah.
It seems like a very hard strategy because there's some options on the outside, and there's such a natural development on this side.
Yeah.
I guess the question I'm asking is back here, why not just connect here?
It's because if white just connected directly, this group is very heavy.
And we
it's-
don't want to just jump out this way. or
Right,
something like
because
that.
the shape is going to be very bad. If black pushes here, you don't want to do here because you're kind of attaching the wall.
Really
So you
awkward.
have to connect and make your shape to an empty triangle, which is
And-
really bad.
I guess I don't want to do something like this for a similar reason here.
Right, because it's also a helping move, but I guess white doesn't have any choice. White has to do this. But since you have to protect your own group, your shape, you're helping black to.
Make that fourth line territory.
Right.
This, I guess, seems like it's kind of in a nice spot.
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
So,
That's why Andy goes for this other plan. Excuse me.
and Atari
Right. Turns,
captures, and jumps.
and jumps.
Yeah.
And this all seems, I guess, like a fairly natural way after that.
But I still feel this is a little too early to start a fight.
Because it's unclear how white will profit, or
Yeah, it's because when we look at the half of the board over here, there's no white stone to help that fight.
I see.
So I guess if I were white, I would probably do some preparation over here and then start the fight.
I see. So that's why this whole thing maybe is premature, starting with this Atari here.
Yeah.
I see. I see.
Okay.
Black crawls underneath,
And jumps.
and he jumps. And this seems like a nice forcing sequence for black to make Andy make this.
Yeah, like what I said, if
triangle.
we, for example, if we had some preparation, let me just remove these stones. If I have some preparation move over here, for example, I can get some senteis, which will help the fight if I just follow the same sequence as the actual game. And you will see this stone over here is already separated by white. See, I have some stones here help me, right? But when we don't have this exchange move before, it's too late for, white doesn't really have a time to do this exchange
If I do
anymore.
this now, then black's going to ignore me to come over here.
Yeah, because this group is already heavy.
I see.
It's too big to give up.
Right. Right. Too big to play away from, I guess. Maybe is another way to think about it.
Okay.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so that crawl and that jump.
Okay, and then black here.
So instead, I guess white is sort of getting stuck with this heavy group, right?
And black.
Turns.
And there's also a wedgie,
which would give
wedge move over here.
A free cut or a free ko, I guess,
not free ko.
Not free ko?
Not for ko, because when white goes here, black has to connect. Otherwise, those 5 stones are too big.
I see.
Right. But still, the group of white is very heavy.
Right.
And it looks black group is heavy too, but we have some connection move on the bottom. So
Sure.
yeah, so it should be fine for black.
Right. So then we saw, I guess, white now tries to tanuki.
Yeah.
But like you said, this isn't sente anymore.
Because this fight is more urgent than the corners.
Sure. So the attachment, I guess, is the natural follow-up after the knight's move. And then...
Yeah.
So far, so normal, I guess?
I'm actually thinking about this move maybe.
Should have been over here.
Yeah.
Can't leave this fight yet.
Because if white really want to separate black, white can actually do this exchange move so that black can never connect on the bottom.
Sure.
Yeah.
So make that exchange and then come to here?
Because I think the move in a fight will change a lot of things. For example, in this actual game, when white tanukied, it kind of give up the control to black, because when black plays here, all of the
Sort of curving around white now. Yeah. He gets first move in the center to sort of push white over.
right. But if white has some stones here, white got the controls to surround black.
The other way around, surrounding black.
Yeah.
And I guess with that exchange now, this
But I
needs
don't-
to make life.
Right. I don't think I have to make this exchange right now, but because I can do this exchange anytime I want.
Sure.
So I can do something on the outside, and then if necessary to do that, I will do that right away.
Right. So when we say, if this jump is sente, if we assume white jumps and then black makes that exchange, you don't think black would then connect underneath?
I don't
Too
think
passive?
so. Right, it's too passive, and also there's a cutting point on the outside, and at the same time, this cut it's fine
For now.
for now, but I have a
There's
lot
a
of
danger
sentes.
of white coming out.
Right, but I
see,
have
I
some sentes here. When I approach somewhere here, black has to come back to fix the cut.
Right. So I guess black has that connection as a last resort, but he doesn't want to rely on it if he doesn't have to.
Right, and also the purpose of attacking is not killing.
Right.
Is getting some benefit.
Get some benefit somewhere else.
Right. So if you push black to connect on the bottom, you can see there's actually no value by connecting there.
White gets another move here because
Yeah.
black has to protect. Right.
Okay.
And there's no points there for black.
Right.
So that seems like that was a fairly important point for white to not tanuki.
I'm still thinking.
Still thinking that.
Yeah, why white didn't choose this move instead of an approach? Maybe he's a little too idealist. Maybe he thinks Song Zirui will answer that move.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hearing from our producers we're going to need to take a quick technical break, and we will be back in just a few minutes. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We will be back in probably under 5 minutes. So, see you soon. Hey everyone, we're back. Thanks for your patience. I think you were just telling us about this tanuki,
Right.
And how maybe it's emblematic of Andy's style. Is that about right? Or what did you think? What do you think Andy was worried about, or what did you think was going to happen instead?
I actually don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually I played a couple games with Andy before, like a couple years ago.
Right.
And his style was very very aggressive, but very complicated. But nowadays, he kind of changed a little bit. He's more balanced.
Oh, he's
No.
mellowed out a little bit. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's reassuring, but I guess it also means that this tanuki is a little harder to understand what he was thinking was going to happen.
Right.
So it seems like, would you say at this point that maybe Black has taken the initiative in the game?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Andy comes out with the diagonal move, and this peep looks like it's setting up a bit of a difficult fight. But here again,
Like I mentioned before, Andy's style was very fighting style, but now, like recently, he changed a little bit. Not recently, but maybe 1 or 2 years ago, he started changing his style to more balance. So I guess this is the reason why he kind of ignored this fight.
huh? So what fight is he, and how is he dodging it? Because it seems like leaving this. It seems almost like it's a danger at his back. This is a free ko for Black just hanging here.
Yeah. So I think I'm assuming he's thinking Black has this backup plan anyway.
So that makes these 5 stones of white
very small.
right.
Yeah.
I see.
And he doesn't want to connect here because you will give Black some synthesis outside.
Now I need to connect.
Right.
Or can I just play a tower
Yes,
here
you can
first?
play this. But you have to come back anyway. You have to, oh, maybe not, but still, maybe later of the game you have this
That would
card.
be awkward. That would be awkward.
So the shape actually is really
A little dangerous. So better just to play here, but even so, now it's Black's turn to take the initiative in this fight, I guess.
right, because the group is very heavy, and you can see that the stone over here is kind of a little lonely.
Becoming a little less
Yeah.
relevant to the upcoming
Yes.
events, right?
So
So he just sort of ignores that by jumping out this way.
okay, and the pincer.
Pinchers, jumps. This.
Because I don't think Black wants to start its call right away. First of all, it's hard for Black to find a call threat. Second, even though Black has some call threat to take this call back, it will give White 2 actual moves somewhere else. For example, I can attach here if you connect. Kind of White get rid of the weak group and started from turning to the territorial style.
Right. Which cooperates, I guess, with his plan of taking territory in this corner and this corner.
Right.
And he'll already have a sort of a settled-ish group here towards the center.
Right, and also those 5 stones are not that doesn't have a lot of territory.
It's 10 points, and I guess he's not really going to aim at an attack here, so he doesn't mind giving them up.
Right. Okay.
Makes sense.
So that's why Sonzuri didn't take this call. Instead, keep attacking that stone.
I see.
Okay.
Makes a lot of sense. Oops.
Okay, so I think Andy, I don't know where Andy went. Maybe one space jump? Yeah, I think so. Okay, space jump. One space jump.
Right, and then the attach inside. Yep. And this seems like a normal-ish sequence for White, although it's unclear at this point when Andy covers. How do you evaluate this result? It seems like White has surrounded Black, but just surrounding a living group isn't really necessarily.
But I think it's necessary for White to cover and connect its own group, because after White connects, all of the group is getting stronger. Yeah. And also Black has to, even though this group it looks fine, but still, what Black needs to move to connect. Yes.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
So Black still owes a move to connect.
Yeah.
Although it seems like taking this ko,
It's
is there
too small to spend 2 moves to win that ko. Instead of you can just spend 1 move to connect your own group.
connect underneath, and then just leave that 5
Ko
point,
for like
5
endgame.
stone endgame as a ko. Yeah, right. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, well that makes sense, and I guess Andy then has Sente to turn to the bottom right corner. And this seems like a sort of an old-fashioned pincher.
Not very old.
Well, so is this ko? Are they both thinking about making ko threats now, or are they just thinking
don't-
about this as endgame?
I think that's both of players just leave that ko for endgame.
Just leaving that ko as
yeah,
an
it's
endgame
too
ko.
small for now.
Okay. So then this press, I guess, is a little bit more of that aggressive.
You mean this one?
It seems that way.
I think it's really normal.
I'll be honest with you. I think that the low approach and the 2-space high pincher, it's a little bit before my time in that I know that it was very popular in the 70s and 80s. But I feel like in my era of KGS players, nobody played this pincher, so I don't know that many variations.
Oh, really? But it is very complicated. It has a lot of variations about this fight.
Right.
But nowadays, Go, I think the principle of Go is trying to make things easier, like more simple, and they concentrated on the mid game more instead of the opening.
Sure, sure. Making the opening simpler so the mid-game fighting is what it's...
Yes.
I see.
So I guess that's the reason why the push and cut is not very common these days.
Less favored.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it seems like they still managed to find a somewhat complicated Joseki after Andy
Yeah.
attaches in the corner.
You can't change his style.
I guess sometimes, it's tough for the leopard to change his spots.
Black pushed.
Oh, black pushed and white
white
pushed.
push.
Excuse me. Did I
Yeah.
needed the black move first?
And Atari. So now, I think when you see this Joseki, white usually has 2 options. First, you can, if the ladder is going to work for white, you
just
can
cut on this side?
you can cut from the outside, and black has to connect. Otherwise, it will be a double Atari.
Sure.
And then white can ladder this down, but I don't
Doesn't
think
look
is
like-
working now.
Right.
So white has to choose the second option, which is the actual game they played. It's here. So can black Atari this down?
Oh, that's bad because I get a squeeze
Yeah.
and then I take these.
Right. So black can squeeze those 2 stones or 2 moves here and kill this stone.
I guess maybe if black could cut here, that might make sense. But it seems like this is, you'd rather have it be maybe here if you're gonna cut. Or I don't know. It doesn't seem. It seems like this whole squeeze is kind of a
you
disaster.
can never let this stone die.
Too big. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you have to save that stone. Okay, so no matter what's gonna happen, you have to connect here.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, and white Ataris, black Ataris, and white capture. Okay,
Right. This all makes sense so far. Black gets a free cut here.
yes. So sometimes you will see black pull the stone out, but in this situation, since this stone is at a high pincer, it's going to be tough for black to take to pull the stone because there's a cut here.
Right. That seems like a very natural.
Right, but if the stone's on the lower pincer, you could think about this move to attack the entire group.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
We had a quick question from the chat about the direction of this pincher to begin with. Is it possible that after white's approach, could black have maybe played on the lower side directly? Why did black choose to pincher to begin with? So I guess
You mean why does black choose the higher pincer?
any
Would you-
pincher versus any of the other moves?
I think it's just a preference.
Just
of the-
preference.
yeah.
So the board is open enough that this pincher is equally plausible as a direction of play.
And I think in this situation, black doesn't want to choose the lower pincer because we don't. Black doesn't have a lot of territory on the side.
Right.
So
Hard to develop on that side.
right. So instead, you kind of want to toward to the center to attack.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're looking for a fighting pincher, but we don't want to pincer. But we don't want to. Why do we avoid playing on the lower side?
That's a good question.
Not that I have any suggestions for I would want to
You're
play
giving
on the
me
lower
a
side.
hard time to answer that question.
It comes
Okay.
from the internet, so
Okay.
they're good at that.
I think the reason why black choose the pincer here is not only black can attack this stone, but also is limiting the potential from this
Of
wall.
this center group. Whereas if we just play here, you know, something here, I
And
don't really
white
like that one either. Though.
Right, I think this is a good move.
Yeah,
so,
this is okay.
Yeah, and then if we just play the 2-space extension move,
Sure.
and white probably will do this
Oh,
exchange.
now I can
and
cover, or would I make
Yeah.
an extension instead of
instead of
something like that?
that's going too over.
I'm a little. What can I say? My eyes sometimes are bigger than my stomach.
You don't give your opponent any chance or any other option.
It does look like a fun move. I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
But after you did this extension move, you can come back to enclose that side.
Right.
And you will see you have a lot of potential in the center.
Okay. So that's maybe why black doesn't want to focus on the bottom because this side is sort of where this center group is aiming.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense.
And also it's very difficult for black to do some development over here
this
since
low
white
stone.
has the 3/3 point.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay.
Tough
two-
question. Thanks for the question. All right. So instead we had the 2-space, the press.
Okay. 2-space jump.
I'm out of stones. I think you got one.
I'll just put this. Okay. So white pushed first.
Right.
And Hanate.
Right.
And Atari, extend.
Push first. Atari. Extend. Yep.
Atari,
And then cut. Capture.
cut.
Seems kind of forced at this point.
And okay. Yeah.
This looks tough for white. I mean, it seems like at this point when black double hanes and white has to come out like this. He played this move, of course, fairly quickly. It doesn't seem like there's any alternatives, are there?
No, I don't think so. I'm still thinking. I think the fight is going to be very hard for white because the shape doesn't look very pretty. It doesn't look very good.
This is not a very resilient shape on this side.
Right.
On the other hand, though, white does have these friends out here. That's got to count for something,
But
right?
it's too far.
Too far away. You got to keep your friends closer.
Yeah, so I'm actually thinking maybe white should have pushed here first. Let's go back to the original Joseki.
Right.
So if white could do some exchange
After we
move,
attach.
let me see. When should I push here? Maybe I can do this exchange move first.
Because I push
and then
now.
push, and you
And-
block. If I can do this exchange move, and then come back to Hane, and it will be the same sequence as ended did, because black still cannot Atari here. You can still squeeze and Atari here.
Sure.
Right, so black has to come back to connect, but in this case, the
The
cut
ladder
is not
works.
going to work
Right.
for
I can
black.
just ladder out there. Right?
But I think what black is worried about is black probably is. Oh, I mean, sorry, white.
Wouldn't
excuse me.
answer here.
Right, instead of a connect on the bottom.
And this hasn't happened yet, right?
Right.
White,
so
black could maybe play under here or just straight through here. or
Probably,
just-
yeah.
Yeah, this
connect-
is
you have
connecting.
to. Yeah, you have
That's
to.
much better.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I suppose, yeah. This is way better.
Because we don't want to give up that stone. It's very big.
Mm-hmm.
And so black probably will connect here. And if white still do this and extend, so since I don't have a cut here, black can Atari the stone.
Mm-hmm. There's no squeeze and then Atari on the side.
Yeah, okay.
And if
Now
I
it
can't
makes sense.
extend, I mean, then I have to like protect here, and that looks kind of funny.
Right, and then it doesn't get anything for white.
Right. Where does white go from here? There's you can pincher this, and you've got a cutting point. It's very hard.
So I guess so that's why white didn't play this move because of this connecting move on the bottom.
I see.
Okay, but I think the fight is very hard for white because the shape is not very good, and also the liberty is very tight. It's very intense for
Right.
white.
Right. So this extension, just if that's the best shape white can make, it's going to be very difficult.
And also black can squeeze this.
Which, interestingly, white doesn't answer the squeeze, right? The capture, and here white says, no, I don't mind that. Go ahead, I'm going to jump out. I guess, is he assuming that this group isn't something he wants to attack ever? Is that sort of what that says?
I think the purpose of this move is also a sente move of this cutting point here.
Oh, I
so black should come back to fix the cut. If black take these 2 stones, white will tari and pull the stone out, and this stone is getting weaker and lonely.
Right,
Yeah.
and now it looks pretty good to set up a running fight here.
Right. So I think for black wants to fight with the entire group instead of 1 stone.
Okay.
It's easier for him.
So this is Andy getting a sente move before coming back to connect.
Right, but I think white has to come back, connect here eventually.
He does it
Okay,
right now.
Yeah, he did. Okay, because if he doesn't come back to connect those 2 stones, once black take those 2 stones, you can see this whole group is floating on the water,
Right.
and it doesn't have any friend to.
He's not running with a friend, right? You always need to have a jogging buddy. That's
Right.
the real lesson of Go, right?
Yes.
Can't run alone. So Andy connects, and black makes this extension. We talked about how the side is still difficult to build territory. I suppose since it's open on the bottom, that's still true.
Yeah, but I think this move is very necessary. It's not for making a territory, but it's for the settlement.
Reinforcing the group, right?
Yeah.
Connecting them in. Meanwhile, this looks like a move that makes territory.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think about this game for now?
Well, it's,
Maybe this is a hard question for you.
I still kind of like black, but the reason that I like black is because I feel like this endgame that these may just be endgame points, but they're still an endgame that favors black, right? It's either 10 or 0
Points
for black.
Yeah.
So black's got an average of 5 moves in his pocket. I haven't actually counted, and I suppose actually if I count the territory, we have 10 here, we have 5 or 6 here. And we have something here because I'm gonna go ahead and say that white's gonna get some points in this corner with the 3 point.
Definitely.
So white has 25-ish points. Black's territory, it's harder to count. I guess we have some points here. I don't know how many points I can judge this because there's still some connection questions.
Yeah, it's still some separating move over here.
So
I'd say around 10 probably.
So when I look at it that way, if that's 10 points, this is Andy may actually be okay in terms of territory.
I agree with
But
that.
of course, you asked an amateur's opinion, and so that's just an amateur opinion.
Did a good job.
Oh, phew, thank you.
Good job. Don't worry about
I'd much rather hear how do you view this game right now. It seems like
Well, it's still too early to say who is leading right
Okay.
now because it's still both players are in the very serious fight
Right.
in the center. Yeah, so it depends on who is going to control the fight. Yeah, I think that's the problem.
the crux of the game here. Okay.
All right, so whose turn is that?
Well, hang on.
yeah.
Can I pin you down on an answer? Would you prefer white or black in this position so far?
Now you put me on.
I know. Well, it's only fair. Anything turnabout,
Okay. All right, so let me count again now.
Okay.
So we have 15 points over here, around 10 or 15. Let's assume we don't have any cuts here.
Okay.
All right.
Which we're going to assume, even though we know that Andy's next move is here. But okay,
Oh,
we'll
okay.
just,
Okay.
we'll just
I
go
didn't see
ahead.
that move. Okay. All right. So then I will take that. Okay. So I will say probably 10. 10
Okay.
points. And 10 points over here, so 20. And I think 8, 10, 12, 13. Around 13, 12, or
Is that
15.
counting this as
No, I
5
did
or
not.
just 0?
0.
Okay.
So I would say 15 over there.
Okay.
So how many?
10, 20,
15.
35.
35.
All right.
How many does white have? 10 over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 18. And I will say 10 points in
Okay.
the corner.
So 28 there, 7.5 Comey also makes 35.
Okay. Yeah. So it depends on who's going to lead the fight, because if white is going to lead the fight, white might have some potential or the territory in the center.
Right.
Yeah. So okay, let's.
But
then
you prefer one side or the other?
All right. Okay, it's
No
hard
preference.
question.
You'd take either side. No preference is fine. I think
Okay,
that
if
we'll definitely
I
take that
really
answer.
have to pick,
Uh-huh.
I will pick black.
I see. Okay.
Because I think in this game, look at the situation right now. White has the weakness in the center, also some over here, because you can see there's
Sure.
some cutting
These
point.
connections are not solid, and this could easily be some weak groups.
Yeah, but for black, this stone is completely settled, and this group here is already solid.
Right.
And there's also just a little bit agi here, but I don't think it's a problem.
But black's position is thicker.
Yeah.
I think definitely.
Right.
could say.
So that's
So
why
you
I
prefer
prefer black.
All right. That's a very helpful answer. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I apologize for
No, it's okay.
cornering you on
You
it.
can ask me any question you want.
Thank goodness.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Yes.
So I guess that sort of explains why black is happy to sort of push on white's weak group and is able to just ignore that. But this looks like Andy is going to start a complicated game here, huh?
I don't understand that move, to be honest. This one.
Uh-huh.
I think white is trying to. What white wants black to do is to answer that move, so that white can cut, I guess, here. Yeah, because you have a connecting move on the top. So then this stone will be cut off.
Is this one better than this one? I just saw Andy who played that move. So.
Okay.
Right.
I think it's probably similar because if white goes here, still I don't see any connecting move for black.
I see.
Because if black tries to connect, white can connect here. If black takes that stone back, there's a cutting point on the bottom.
I see.
Yeah, but both moves have some disadvantage and advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you go here, you get closer to that stone, so it's easier for white to attack that stone.
Right. We're focusing on attacking this stone rather than this whole group.
Right.
I see.
So, yeah, it's very similar moves.
Okay. I should also, full disclosure, Andy does that before, first he makes this exchange up here before turning to that diagonal move.
Okay.
And I guess this is a straightforward, black must have been expecting this when he ignored the attachment, I suppose.
Yeah.
And we can see also, I'm receiving a word from our statistics department that time-wise, Andy has been playing much quicker. He has almost 40 minutes left on his clock, whereas black only has 18 minutes left. So
see.
Andy's
So-
pace, like you say, is much quicker.
Yeah.
Leaves him a lot of time in the end to do a very accurate endgame, I suppose.
I agree. So the time is 1.5 hours?
1.5 hours.
Okay, 1.5 hours. And the Biumi is 30
30 minutes, 30 seconds 5 times. Yeah, 30 minutes
Okay.
5 times would be a very
Yeah.
long game.
Yeah. But the Biumi is not that long.
It's a kind of a quick Byoyomi, not a minute,
Yeah.
which I guess would be more normal for a very long game. I'm assuming black's going to cut here. I haven't actually clicked. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Only move.
The fight is
Getting
all
serious.
all of a sudden another fight started. I thought every group should be settled already.
Well, we said black was very thick, but
Yeah. Huh.
oh boy.
Okay, let's see how the game went. Okay.
Black connects, white turns.
I'm actually looking at the net here. Does it work? What about Taro here? No, black didn't play that much.
It's white's turn.
Oh yeah.
It is
Black
white's turn.
just
Yeah,
connected
yeah.
here.
White turns
Sorry.
here, black connects,
Yeah.
and now white gets this jump, and that actually looks pretty
Good
nice.
for white.
Like, what are these guys going to do here? maybe this drawing back. You said you at the beginning when Andy plays that this peep here, you said Andy wants him to just draw back, and
yeah.
he did. Did he have to find a more aggressive?
I'm still questioning about this move, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Because what I understand, my understanding of this move is black was trying to attack the
here.
entire group over here. So if I were black, I will probably connect
Play
this
here.
stone first.
And now Andy sort of has to do this, or it seems like a strange. And that gives black the
The initiate to attack this entire group.
right.
for example, I can knight move or one space jump. And also, giving up that stone doesn't have a lot of a territory.
Small, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I will probably ask him. Maybe he regretted that move already. I don't know. Yes.
This cut seems very
Yeah,
sharp.
very, very serious cut over here. All right, so let's see.
Does he have an option other than pushing through this way? Could he cut the other direction?
I don't think so. Since you already have one stone here, you have to cut over here. Otherwise, that stone is very in trouble if you push from the other direction.
Can I cut with the bulge and just try and make eyes? I guess I'm not yet at the point where I have to cut in this really passive way, huh? And that, maybe Andy just comes out too. Maybe that's, no, I can't do
this, I can just give up that stone, and since I already cut it here, the stone is almost died.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, so then it doesn't make any sense for black to play here. Because the purpose of this move is trying to attack the entire group here, but all of a sudden that stone is dead.
So even if he plays this way and is alive on this half, it still made this move pointless, so we can't do that.
No, we can't do that.
Because we
should
can
always
never waste
follow-
a stone, right?
Yes, we should always follow our original thoughts.
Right, right. Change your mind, lose 20 points.
Yeah, exactly.
And other proverbs that are not proverbs and should not be quoted, I think. Right?
Not 20 points, but you lose something.
Lose something. Lose something.
Okay, and one jump back.
Black jumps out here. I feel like white has sort of got the initiative because now black has two groups to manage.
Yeah,
Is
but
there
maybe there's something over
living
here.
sequence over on that side?
But I don't think black will have time to do this. Since white already cut through this direction, the center group
I'd be
looks
happy
bigger.
if black takes here. I'm happy to take a big center.
Yeah, and you can see there's a lot of
That looks
points
like
in the center.
that is
I don't
a
think black will be satisfied with
Very
that
good result
variation.
there for white. Yeah. Okay, so even though there
But-
may be a weakness, oh sorry.
No, that's okay.
No,
what was
whatever
it?
you were going to say was more important for sure. But
I forgot.
oh,
Actually.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was going to say black can leave this connecting move here, but black wants to deal with this group in the center first.
I see. And then
If
think about
it's
the
necessary, what black can come back to connect and kill those 5 stones. Yeah.
Got it.
Jump.
Jump, jump. Jump is always good for another jump. Oh, and he just wedges directly.
Yeah. I think Song Zuri is very good at Tsuji's because this morning, the game in the morning, he played against Hu Ziyang. He actually did a very fancy move.
Yeah?
Yeah, he attached. I don't know if you.
I haven't seen the game record
okay,
yet, no,
he
no.
attached, and Hu Ziyang responded, and he also did a wedge move to kill very important 3 stones. And then I think after he cut those 3 stones of Hu Ziyang's group, from Hu Ziyang's group, he was leading the game.
That Tsuji was what turned the game around.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have to see if we can look at that. We'll get a link to that. It's on the US Go webpage. You can see all these game records from the US Open. Boards 1 through 5, I believe, are all recorded. So definitely check out usgo.org for those game records. We can see this Tsuji.
Yes.
Looking forward to it.
Somewhere in the center.
So this
Yeah.
wedge is accomplishing a similar fact?
Let me see it. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Because I was talking about this move, right? Earlier. So when I Atari this move in a wedge, and I kind of heard those 2 stones because white have a chance to ladder
Can
those
just take
2
these
stones.
cutting stones anytime he wants.
Right. But if I don't have this exchange move,
There's still an
here.
option to turn, I suppose.
right, it's harder for white to kill those 2 stones.
Or yeah, or he could just Atari from the other side. That's right.
So I think this move is much better than the Atari move and then wedge
Okay. And I suppose Andy is resisting here by Atarying on the inside.
on the inside. But what about a black place here?
That is an excellent question. It appears that that is what black is thinking about as we appear to have caught up
And
with the game.
I think white now has to give up those 5 stones.
I'd like to verify that we have actually caught up with the game.
Because if I Atari from this direction, there are 2 cutting points for white If white connects on the outside, I can cut here, and all of the groups are connected. So I think right now, white only has one option, which is Atari from
Atari on top.
right.
And give up these 5 stones.
But isn't better to Atari from this side?
And then connect on top.
Yeah, because on
This way, he at least has the option to connect later.
right is because now black is a gote.
Right.
Black has to use a move to cut here, but if
He's Atari on that side. Black comes out.
and white Atari on the top, those 5 stones are already dead. So now black is a sente.
But white has weakened, I guess, that junction on the
But
outside.
that's a small,
That's
very
small.
small, yeah.
Small potatoes. And the only move is to play Atari on the top. You can't think about playing Atari on the bottom.
No, I like what I said earlier. If we Atari from the bottom, there are 2 cutting points. So it's very hard for white to save all of the groups.
And there's not
together.
enough damage that I can do here. Something like
No.
this isn't going to be a sufficient way to make.
No, because the liberty of this group is very tight.
Oh, the liberty
too.
here, yes, the wedge will just destroy that. Very interesting.
Did black played any move yet?
No, black does have 10 minutes left.
That's very interesting.
Not sure what he's worried about here. It looks fairly
Yeah.
straightforward.
Because usually when you showed some trasujis on the board, you already
You have the plan in mind.
Yes, you already read out all of the variations. But now, seeing
Maybe he senses a trap. I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's that many options at this point.
no, I don't think so. So I think black has to take the stone out.
And we see on camera he does seem a little bit nervous. He's definitely running his hands through his hair. Whatever he's calculating. Maybe he's choosing this instant to calculate if he can. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. If these 5 stones are captured, there's no attack on this group anymore.
No. Let me see. Maybe what he's worried about? Maybe this move. Atari and connect. Maybe this is the move he is worried about. If black push, white can push, and if you cut and you pull the stone, and if black hanes, you have some sentes here.
And then you come back and honey.
Because black only has 4 liberties. And if black connects, or here, when whites come out, black has to live here. Because I don't think the wedge will work.
Because I have an Atari.
Yeah, we have the Atari move here.
Right.
It's very complicated variation, but do I have this
That
move?
looks. Yeah, I mean that looks.
Maybe I have this move, so maybe that's the reason why he's thinking about.
He's thinking
Because
about
it
this
was-
whole race.
Right, because normally when we start a Tatsuji, we have to read out all of the variations, because once we start, there's no chance for us to come back.
There's only 4 liberties here, but isn't this just double Atari? I mean, isn't this?
Yeah,
So,
but
wouldn't I have to move something here if I'm going to think about racing on this side?
yeah, but I don't think black will Atari here, because if white force black to capture the stone,
Oh, he's going to get these 4 on
yeah,
the
those 4
outside.
stones are in danger.
Sure.
So I think the only way for black to do is to try to kill the whole group in the center.
Okay.
Right, but
Looks like Andy has elected to get up and go for a little walk, stretch his legs. And we see
normally when he's doing this, it means he's
it's a bad sign.
he thinks he's very good at this game.
When Andy
Yeah.
does, when Andy
Yeah,
gets up for
yeah,
a walk.
yeah.
Sure. I thought you were saying maybe when Song Survey shakes his head like that and breathes into his sweatshirt, that was a
That
sign that
might-
he's confident as well. But maybe not. No.
Maybe not.
All right. Well, as he's
Okay.
looking for a move, do you think we should take a break?
yes,
maybe?
yes. Maybe
All right.
we should take a break.
I think we'll take a break here while Tim is considering his move, and we'll be back soon. So don't go anywhere. You can continue to watch him cogitate, and we'll come back as soon as he does. All right. Thanks very much, folks. See you soon. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thanks for bearing with us here. I'm Andrew Jackson with the AGA. I'm joined by Stephanie Yin, one non-professional from the China Qiyuan. And you might recognize this guy to the right. This is Ryan Lee, also one non-professional from the AGA. Ryan, thanks for being with us. I think we should at least ask a little bit. How'd your game go this evening? I know you were on board too.
Not very well.
Not very well. I'm sorry to hear. Hopefully tomorrow
that's
night
why
will be
I'm
a little.
here.
That's why you're here. Well, your loss is our gain, so I'm kind of. I think it'll work out all right. It's very nice of you to come up and provide some additional commentary on this game.
Happy to.
Thank you. Stephanie, where did we leave it last here?
We left this veg movie over here. So Song Zhui was taking some time to think about that movie.
Sure. And it seemed that I think you were showing us that it made a lot of sense for Black to bring this stone out and catch these 5 stones. But after a lot of thought, he didn't end up going with that.
Yeah.
What was he aiming at?
Maybe Ryan will explain this.
So I think white will have to Atari this way. If white Atari's here, these stones will be dead, and now these 2 groups will be connected.
Right.
So white can't let that happen. White has to Atari here and connect.
Right.
So now
Black has to cut.
Black has to cut these stones.
Right.
But there's this move.
Which is the move I was showing earlier, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
You're suggesting
so-
there was maybe a fight here on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Black
So-
is
Endangered?
is pretty. Yeah, because if Black just pushes and cuts,
And White can take the stone out.
now I can honey first. And then Atari,
And
and then go
Yeah.
out or connect.
yeah, because the
So-
wedge here, does the wedge work?
Wet doesn't work. This is Sente.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I think we did look a bit at this
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah, we
when they
were
with the
in a
extension
red
of
fight.
honey.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's this move that is threatening, which is why Black doesn't actually extend. Okay.
So I think that's the mistake Song Zhui made, because after he wedged and he tanuki'd.
Right.
But it does allow Black to potentially connect this back, so so it's not a total loss.
It's not a
It
waste.
still leaves the possibility of connecting. So it makes this group a little lighter.
Okay. That explains
Alright.
that.
And push.
So he pushed in the game.
Turns and White jumps and then Black extends again. And this all seems, fairly straightforward.
Yeah, very straightforward. Sente moves.
And now they Tanuki again here, where Black attaches and White says, "Now's the time for me to take the stone off." Excuse me.
Yeah.
Why
yeah.
now? That's sorry. What were you gonna ask?
Yeah, that's the same question I
Same
was
question.
going to ask.
Oh,
With this move, I'm
right
guessing
track.
that Black wants to make the game more complicated, and since there is the possibility of this, it allows Black not to.
Worry about connecting on that
Yes,
side.
at least for now.
Okay.
So this move it makes the board more complicated, and I think Andy is trying to simplify things by
Just capture that. Yeah.
playing out the variation. So
Okay.
when
so
White
it's
captures,
forcing Black to live.
it's a
on that
forcing
side.
move. Black has to play moves here, and then this is more thick.
Okay.
And now, so when that completely, it completely cuts these 2 groups now.
Okay, so that sort of
after this.
explains the flow now. After White captures, Black clamps, like you say.
So now Black has to live here.
Right.
And also things White is getting thicker or stronger. The whole group in the center is getting weaker for
Oh,
Black.
I see.
Yeah.
So White is actually taking him at this whole group, and now rather than come back and deal with this, he says, that's fine. This stuff up here, this side is less relevant. I'm going to focus on these folks here. Is that
Yeah.
an accurate reading?
Seems more difficult game for Black.
I think so too.
And it all sort of started because of this wedge, or
I think it was because of earlier.
because of the drawback after the.
Yeah, we were
after
talking
that.
about this move actually. I said I was very, I was questioning about this move. Black should connect that stone back instead of taking that stone.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Did you see a similar feeling?
Mhm,
I know
yeah.
you haven't been watching this game the whole time. You're a little focused on your own game, but we do appreciate you giving us giving it the once over here.
Okay.
Okay,
So it's interesting. So Black has to
Oh,
play
sorry.
in
Yeah.
the center, and then White comes back.
Why didn't White connect here?
I guess he's trying to look for a more efficient move of fixing this.
I
this
see.
push.
Okay. All right.
And this is huge. This is a very big move.
In terms of territory, and also because it
And thickness.
Yes, and it pushed a lot of pressure on this group here.
would white have been aiming at the same point, or would white take a different point down here?
Maybe a lower one or
One
here.
lower?
Mm-hmm.
Aiming underneath
Yeah, because it's easier to take the eye space away.
because the door is open.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, and it's interesting. You see all these jumps, and with a heavy group like this, you always have to worry about these wedges.
The wedges, right?
Yeah.
You have to read and reread. And
Yeah.
Right.
Now this move I also don't quite understand. He makes this exchange, which isn't as necessary now. I think he wants to emphasize that there is a ko in the corner, but this ko is lighter for black.
Because white risks those 4 stones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because that's the,
after this exchange,
Right.
white can hane
the block.
and then block this.
Right. And black has to
So
descend.
now black can this is a ko, or black can descend first
And force that.
enforce that, and still a ko. But this is a one-step ko because white has to connect and then
Connect again.
then it becomes a direct ko. But this move loses some
So you,
territory.
right, and also you can do this anytime.
Yeah, and it could be valuable ko threats.
Could he have been worried about black connecting underneath by cutting and then just Atariing underneath?
But it's not. I don't think black would do that now. So white can just leave it.
Oh, okay. So there's no urgency, maybe.
Yeah.
Right, because black is already alive
I
in
see.
this
Yeah.
on this group.
black's alive even if white plays first. There's no jump or anything here that I.
Well, if there's a stone.
Oh, if there's the connection.
Right.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
There's a connection.
because of the connection black.
I see. I see.
Right.
Okay, so Andy forces that exchange and then comes back over here with this knight's move.
Yeah,
Taking,
this
uh,
exchange move on the
A
right, yeah.
pretty serious aim at this group in
Yeah.
the center.
The
Black
group
doesn't have enough territory right now, I think.
Oh,
So
and
black-
Andy's already leading in points, huh?
Yeah, black needs to get something.
and also the group in the center is really
This is the weak group.
Yeah, very
true.
weak.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking to settle things, he pushes through, Andy blocks, and then pushes through on the other side, and Andy blocks again. Wow. Now, what's with this peep? It seems like Andy could just maybe extend it.
Yeah, but
Is
the-
there a sequence to live, or
I
is there
think
just?
there's some weakness in
There's
the
a
center.
weakness here.
And this is the center what has to connect.
And now,
Atari. Either
when
Atari.
black kills this stone, white has to
Connect on two
Connect.
sides.
Yeah,
Yeah, he can't.
but that allows black to live.
like by Ataring
Black
here.
capture.
Right.
Which makes this pretty pointless because now black's alive,
Right,
black's
right.
alive, so
Mm-hmm.
you're cutting 2 live groups.
Right. Okay. So at this moment, white has to connect. I think it's. Where was that? Yeah.
White peeps first,
Mm-hmm.
and black connects.
White has to come back to fix one of the cuts there. Yeah.
Fixes that one,
Mm-hmm.
and black grips the stone.
But I think it's.
Now it
fine.
seems
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
So black gained a little bit by capturing this stone.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of thickness over here.
Can Andy still cut off the tail here, or is there?
I don't
Because
think
this
so.
this move this Atari is Sente, so there is no cut right now. But black can't. If black plays here now, white won't connect.
I see.
So
Interesting.
it leaves so white can still connect back.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
And then so now he plays here.
Okay. Is this group already alive, right? Yeah, there's nothing. Maybe you can make it double alive.
That's it.
Yeah, it seems because this shape is very very bad. When white
yeah.
plays here, it's a forcing move, and black has to fix this cut.
Sort of tickles. You kind of want to like look at this with this.
Yes.
Yeah,
like,
so
right.
there's definitely something here. If black
Place here.
answers, then white can play here, and then white can cut,
You can
then-
squeeze.
and then Atari.
So all of
Black has
these moves
take.
are forcing move,
And
and,
then
white
white connects
connects.
here.
I think it's a double alive.
Yeah.
Second.
Yeah, Seki.
Where's
Uh,
black's eye?
black has to
Oh no,
destroy
Black
Black,
has to
Black
break
has
the
too
eye.
many liberties on the outside.
Oh, black has to break the eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, so this isn't working.
Oh,
Which is why I guess
yeah.
he played here. Well, he did play here because he needs to.
He needs
capture,
that
yes.
liberty for the
Yeah,
code.
he needs
That's right.
that liberty.
Yeah.
The code on the top.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's okay for now.
Okay. But that's definitely a situation which your eye is sort of naturally drawn to, and where the players are going to spend some time making sure that
Yeah.
they've read out every
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Got it. Okay. Well, and this seems like a interesting then situation for Andy to play through here, where he cuts, but as you said, this Atari, he doesn't answer it.
Since there's nothing here anyway,
Right.
White can sacrifice the stone
No pain in giving it
and
up.
connect this group back.
So this group is now connected, but it seems like he didn't get any profit from this attack. I guess he got those stones. Is that enough for him, or as you said, he was already ahead?
Maybe we should count the board. What do you
Oh.
think?
Yeah, I thought. Well, this ko is pretty much non-existent, and before all of this messy fighting, it seems that White was ahead on points. But as Black just got this, and Black also played a move here.
Which is very
But we don't really see what White got, right?
Right.
Before White already had these
stones.
in the mouth.
Right, right. They were already eaten, right.
yeah,
The
yeah.
bird in hand, the two in the bush maybe is a similar. When you say the ko in the upper right is non-existent, do I take that to mean that because it is an indirect ko for White and
Yeah.
Black's groups are well settled, there's nowhere that White has enough ko threats?
It's
Is that what you mean when you say non-existent? Can you clarify what you meant by that?
right. It's probably not a very good word, non-existent. It obviously
It still exists,
yeah,
right?
But I said that because it's difficult for White to actually do this because
exploit it.
To exploit it, yeah. So because White needs
A lot of code
White
threats.
needs to spend 3 moves locally to capture this corner.
Right.
So White needs to spend 1 move to start the ko,
Right.
and then another move to make it a direct ko,
Right.
and then a third move to
Kill.
finish the
To
off
make
the
it a
ko.
false eye.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, and if you think about it, 3 moves and
You can-
White probably got maybe 25 to
points,
30
yeah.
points. So
Right.
that's 10 points.
Not very
each.
efficient. 10
So
points a move
which
is not
which
enough.
right now at this stage of the game isn't very big.
Right. I see. Okay. So after Andy pushes through, even though he's stabilized everything, and,
Okay,
and
so
he
he
does
makes
then
this exchange
descend,
first.
he makes that
That's
exchange, and then he plays here, which is, I guess, a nice territorial
Yeah,
move.
it's very solid and in a very big territory move.
Yeah, and from this move we can see Andy is pretty happy with the board situation right now.
Right.
Because if he wasn't, he would try
He
and
would
move.
do something
he would
more.
play here because all of this is connected. So this is possible.
He's not worried about any of these wedges
Yeah.
like we talked about earlier. I see.
Because it's already connected.
So do you think maybe this is a little slow? Is this, if he could reach for more, why
Well,
isn't he?
this is the normal move. This is the more complicated move.
Ah, I
Yeah.
see.
Because then Black can maybe attach
Do some complicated
or
things.
do something here.
I see. Whereas this one is Andy's keeping the game simple.
Yes.
Right. Stephanie was speculating he might have mellowed out here as he's gotten a few more years under his belt. Do you think that that's possibly the case?
Andy?
Yeah. Andy, you like Andy? Are we talking about the same person? Okay. Noted. Black is in his last period of Byoyomi. Andy still has 15 minutes of time remaining, so he's been driving a pretty quick pace so far.
Yeah, one more.
All right, so Black extends and Andy goes ahead and pokes in the middle. Maybe he's just looking for co-threats? Now he's definitely making the game more complicated.
I'm not sure what he was trying to
This
do
is
there.
a kind of his habit. Like,
Oh, really?
confuse people.
Throwing down some
Yeah.
chaff.
So this move doesn't actually do anything because it doesn't
Change the
doesn't change
fact.
anything. So
If he hanes,
the end game
Black's
is
still going to do that.
The end game is like this,
Right,
and then Black has to connect.
still has to connect.
Yeah. So White just added a move here, and Black added a
And
move
lost
there.
on like 3 code threats. Yeah.
Uh-oh, I sense some disapproval there. Is it?
Yeah, from the move, it would seem like Andy is in Byoyomi, but
But he isn't.
I
It's
just
actually the other way
mentioned
around.
it, so.
Black comes back and he plays the diagonal.
Oh, we were, Black responded
Black
here.
responded here.
Before.
Oh, yes,
before-
excuse me.
before
Sorry,
that
sorry.
move.
Getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
So is this similar to this move? Andy's just throwing things in?
I think
Well, I mean, that one's maybe a lot more. clear.
That one is not necessary, but this one is kind of necessary move
This
to
has been
reduce.
locally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's aiming to
Yeah.
connect underneath.
Yeah,
Right, to
black
just-
connects, then
To
white.
take some points away.
This move is a little bit better because when white Hane is here, black wants to play this move and connect under in Sente,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
which is a little bit better than.
Then blocking on
connect
top.
down on the top. Yeah.
Makes a certain amount of sense.
Okay.
All right. So black draws back to connect. Andy plays the diagonal.
Oh.
And it looks like that is setting up a freak out.
What happened to the center? What's gonna happen? Huh?
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So black has to connect now.
So what if white extends here?
Immediately?
I have the Atari, I guess, right? Do I have the?
Oh, that's
What's
right.
here?
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
White
See.
connects.
Good job.
Oh, but now I'm completely lost.
Because I have a Sente here. That's right. I have the absolute Sente here because I have a connect Atari and capture the entire group. So.
Oh, you mean this entire group?
No. Those two stones.
Just those two stones.
Yeah,
Oh, but
so
that
this is
connects
a-
this group out here.
yeah.
Which means drawing out is pointless.
Which
if
means
you're not gonna
those
do
two
it.
stones are already connected with the big group over there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I think white is worried about this one.
And so white played here because then if black responds, then this move no longer works.
Yeah, because the cut is not
Now
existed
when
anymore.
white connects,
Mm-hmm.
this move that we just had doesn't work anymore.
Come right out.
Yeah, because the cut is not exist.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Versus.
But black can't let that happen, so black has to
Take it. Fix the.
Has to take this stone.
capture this
Yeah.
stone.
Right. Which kind of, if Andy was making if that code doesn't exist, does that exist as co-threats?
Well, now Andy wasted
A
bunch of
a bunch of
Yeah,
co-threats.
Oh,
co-threats
no. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite him.
But also these moves are co-threats, right? Mm-hmm.
And indeed, it looks like he starts the
He
code.
does start the code.
He makes this Hane exchange first.
It doesn't mean he's leading the board if he started the call, right?
Maybe
He
he's
didn't-
well. I think he usually when he's confident
Uh-huh.
he likes to he really trusts his reading skills and he has very good reading to back it up.
Sure.
So even when he's leading, you don't really see him.
So this could mean
play.
either he's confident
Yeah.
in the board position and he's also confident that he's winning the co.
Yeah.
Or
Exactly.
it could mean that he's less confident in the board position and has
Yes,
to make the
it could be either. way.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well.
Alright, so and you played there for the
Oh,
call threat.
these three co-threats that he left behind.
Yeah.
But that's it. This is only there's only
And I have one more.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess
Two
since
more.
there aren't any more,
that's very painful.
but he ignores that to capture here.
Whoa.
Because black doesn't have any co-threats.
Oh, black has no co-threats either.
No.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
Yes. Sondere, his expression doesn't look like he's
Doesn't
he's
look
happy.
too happy, huh? Mm.
Okay.
Did you play him in the City League team match, or was it one of your other?
Oh no, it was
Who's young?
Who's
Who's young was playing.
Ah, I see. So he did get some vengeance then.
Yeah, but I think black white. I don't understand why black has to extend here.
To make the code this way.
Yeah.
If he loses it though, as you said, black has no
Maybe.
co-threats. Are these?
But this is obviously not a co-threat. White will definitely not respond to that.
Well, white definitely didn't. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you only have one cold thread there. You only have a one local cold thread, so white will play here and take this code.
And then you have one more.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And there's no cold thread for black. But black can take this, but still black needs one more.
Yeah, there's one more here. So black just short.
Can't connect, or can't draw out.
No.
Has to play here. Gives
I
Andy
see.
this one for free,
Mm-hmm.
which means he's able to follow it.
Maybe
down
we
here.
should do the counter board. What do you think?
I don't think it's necessary now. I mean, white just captured these, which is a huge profit, but black just only
But
gains
what
some
about-
moves here.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. So I think the situation is going to be much clearer to count after we play out these couple moves.
Finish the whole. It's here. Yeah. Military.
Capture and
Extend.
Okay,
The
now-
group is alive.
Right, so the groups are alive. Is this a good time to do a calculation, do you suppose?
Yeah, I think so.
I say that,
But
it looks like
maybe-
you may have already been doing it, Ryan. Is that true? Were you already
no.
counting on the slide?
Not yet.
Maybe
but
we should finish a
I
couple
don't-
of the moves over here.
I think
okay.
it's.
Let's do it. You're the boss.
Because that's the Sente moves. And white wants to. So black has to live.
Actually, black pushes first.
And block.
White blocks, and then black pushes, yeah. White connects, and black lives.
I think a block. Not here. Right? Because when I Atari, black has to Atari on the bottom.
But white can get this.
Oh
move, right?
yeah. Okay. It's hard to decide.
I see.
Yeah, I think this is bigger.
Okay.
Okay. White descends, black blocks. Now is a pretty good time to calculate.
And then you play this.
Oh, no, it makes it harder. I guess there's no time to count.
We'll never be able to count the points because even during the end game, Annie wants to still wants to fight.
Still looking for things to do here.
Okay, but I don't think black
that-
has a lot of
White
territory.
didn't benefit from this exchange. It's
From this
interesting.
exchange?
It's interesting. White just didn't.
This is what I thought about. If I can capture the stone first, it's a Sente move. Is it?
Because
Because
there's
I
a-
have this move.
Mm.
Alright, I'll leave this stone for the later capture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this gives a potential bigger end game, so it's hard to tell what is
Which one
better.
is
You have to
better?
look at if there are only big Sente end games or big
Uh-huh.
Gote end games.
I see.
So you have to read out all of the variations of the in-game moves, and before is the first one.
And that's Andy's choice. Andy has to read all those variations before choosing whether to go this way or connect.
This
on
one
this
is the
side.
safer one,
Okay.
and this one is more dangerous because it gives black the possibility of just playing
Kill
yank-
those two
Just counting two
stones.
stones. I see. I see. So either Andy is still very, very confident, or maybe he feels like he still needs
Well,
the
I think
extra
it's
points.
I think it's clear that white is leading on the board.
Oh,
Right?
okay. Should we count?
Yeah, I think so. Let's take
Afraid of the question.
out that stone. All right, so yeah, he's counting already,
Uh-huh.
so I don't need to.
Oh, but he's doing it so quietly.
Oh, it's
Yeah. You
uh,
done?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fast. I didn't even get started.
Well, I'm done too, but I also never started, so I'm done already. This is
So
like-
yeah, I think white is definitely leaning because white is so thick everywhere. White can get points here,
Mhm.
and of course white can get points in this
Like
area.
that in there.
And this black can't. There is a ko here, but
Black can't really win
black
it.
can't really win it.
Right. Yeah, we talked about leaving that as an endgame ko earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and I suppose the idea was that it was either 0 for white or 10, 0 for black or 10 for black, but it looks like with no ko threats, it's only going to be 0 for black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also he has on second.
Yeah, there could be
the
a
indirect
there could be a ko.
code there. Okay.
So
Wow.
place this info. I'm not sure if this is any good because I think this could be better.
It looks like he's actually taking aim at everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because this with this move,
Mm-hmm.
if black doesn't respond, the next move I can play this jump, and black.
Still can't fight the
Probably
ko,
has to
so black
connect.
probably has to connect, right?
Yeah.
But with the shoulder, or I guess the armpit hit,
With this move,
Right.
White gets a little bit in the center,
mm-hmm.
but not over on the side. So I think. But this is Sente.
Right. This whole sequence seems like a one-way street, right?
Mm-hmm.
Totally forced.
It doesn't give black a second choice. Black
Mm.
has to block there.
No choices there.
Okay. And the connect. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can you help me understand what I'm seeing here? After black plays Atari, white ignores it instead to play the Hana here. What is he
try
aiming
and
at?
make
It doesn't
the-
look like he can cut these off from
He's
this.
trying to make this ko not possible.
Even more not possible?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's not just a little not possible.
And also
it's
this
a lot.
is also black can connect back here.
Oh, true. So that's also
So
a
points.
fairly,
It's points.
fairly good points.
It does seem
And is there a cut here? maybe.
Where?
But
Where?
black can. I think
Oh yeah,
can
black
live
can
just
live
live.
here. So
And as you were saying about this being a little bit more dangerous, black does manage to get Sente to take that endgame.
oh, look, it's so complicated.
White
takes
takes
the
the
ko,
ko, and black takes the
But black
four
takes
stones.
4 stones.
Oh, black one here. Okay, I see.
And
Now,
now,
now Andy starts the ko.
starts the indirect ko.
Yeah, I'm not really understanding this endgame.
I wonder if maybe he was setting this up. As we see,
Okay.
he's now using this as co-threats, right?
So you were counting the board. What do you think? How much does white lead?
I think if white played here, white would be leading slightly, maybe 3 or 4 points.
3 or 4 points. Okay.
Okay.
So that's
what's
not quite
going
on
on?
the board. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
All right. So there's a huge trade there. So maybe the whole situation will be different
Yeah.
now.
but that doesn't matter anymore because now
Now there's
He
the,
started
the
the
winner
ko.
of the
He
ko
started
will
the ko, that's
probably
win the game.
win the game. So now white uses this as ko threat.
Yeah, black captured
Black.
the ko.
But
After
black.
Black captures the ko. White
Right, then
plays
this is
here,
white's ko
and
threat.
then
Black answers by
Cancels
blocking
there.
here. White doesn't take the ko back, but instead disconnects here. Black plays
oh,
here.
I think this is a mistake.
By Andy.
White can just. I think white can just play this move.
Oh, because that's not an I. He didn't, however.
Okay, so
he did.
well,
he
it's
did
it's
answer.
similar. It's
They're similar.
Mm-hmm.
They make this not an I, right?
Just connected there.
Right. Hmm.
Yeah.
And we're almost current. So, presumably this was Andy's co-threat taking aim here, right? He makes the co-threat to take away the second I. But instead of fighting the ko, it looks like
Yes.
Tim's co-threat doesn't actually protect the group,
But
right?
but black has found another way.
A way through
Really?
by playing
Oh,
here
that's a huge exchange.
and
But
offering.
why doesn't white connect this way?
Good
Is
question.
there a wedge here?
No, I don't. Not.
The wedge there is no good.
Because black doesn't have liberties actually.
Oh, to Liberty
but-
Race
but-
with this
but
group.
this
Oh
is-
yeah, yeah.
But
Okay.
the,
Oh,
maybe he
could be.
does. Okay.
Oh, good job.
So
So we're
complicated.
thinking with this.
Hey,
If white connects here, it's the better move because it connects all of these groups. But after black takes these 2 stones, white takes
Has to
away
throw
the eye.
in. Right.
Black may be able to wedge here, but I still think white should have more liberties.
This still looks like this fight should be one that white wins.
White doesn't have an eye, so white has to fill out all of the share liberties.
Right.
All right, let's count.
Liberties or points?
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Uh-huh.
8, 9, 10.
I don't think white
11.
will have enough liberties.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So white is 1 short.
White is 1 liberty short on this race. Okay.
So
So that
interesting.
explains why Andy does not choose the wine
So
instead
does
of him.
I think yeah.
But
yeah,
instead
and,
is okay
And it's
with
not
this
worth the risk
exchange.
if the other variation.
the other
is-
variation is sufficient. So he plays on this side, and this sets up a very large
More
trade.
interesting part is team has to figure out all of the variation with the Byoyumi time,
That's
which is
right.
at 30 seconds.
He has
my
to do all of this in 30 seconds. Andy has 13 minutes. He can very
It's-
decide what pace he wants to play
Yeah,
at.
they didn't capture this yet.
Sorry, we're back here. Just after that.
But this is
Black pushes
this
through.
this looks like a good trade for white.
And
Yes.
now, after this huge exchange, this does, I mean, just points-wise, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 stones for a lot more than 9 stones. there.
The center looks bigger.
Much
Looks like a bigger trade,
So white comes back to the ko,
right?
and this is
Of course, now that this is dead, black can use it for co-threats.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
This is a ko thread, but this is still not fully connected.
Mm.
And then takes back.
So can Andy just connect those 4 stones and not worry about fighting the ko if this exchange was so good? Harder question.
But
He'd have to be very sure that he's won at that point, I suppose.
yes.
And since he still has co-threats, he might as well keep fighting it, right?
Maybe white can store that ko.
can
Instead of
start
it and
which
that
ko?
ko.
Start this ko?
This ko.
Oh, by playing here,
Yeah.
right. That does look better.
Yeah,
Black
but
75.
white has 75.
Black 75.
Black is 75. Okay.
75 for black.
Mm-hmm.
White is definitely winning, because
White has
well,
that code.
it's actually white needs to get this.
To win? Those
I
look
don't-
like they're almost whites right here. I mean, it seems like that's way too much of a co for...
I think white is already winning. If white just
White has like
clear
67
or something.
Yeah, 67.
So that would be 74 to 75.
Yeah, but white has the code in hand.
In hand. I see. He could just connect.
But if white connects, black can play here.
Take the end game move there.
Yeah.
How many? So just connecting is
still
too
common.
slow. It's gote.
Yeah.
And you're saying that black will take the big endgame point.
If white can't capture this,
Mm-hmm.
then it could still be close.
Okay. Well, that maybe explains why Andy has continued to fight the code here. Then he takes back, and then Songs Arrays is the turn. Andy answers, captures. Andy has another code threat here. Where he can just take these 3 stones.
Lost 1 point.
Song takes those 3
More
stones.
than 1 point, actually.
Yeah, he should play here. More than at least white get more points here by.
Isn't there a squeeze though?
I don't think so. Because it's a fully connected.
Oh,
and
it's fully connected over here. Oh, of course.
So
I'm still
and you
thinking of the
lost
previous
some
ratio.
points over here.
I think he's trying to win the Kona.
And everyone counts. Wow.
Where did black go? Okay.
Black. Andy makes the threat here
So he takes
to
this.
capture, and then black takes the
Black
3 back.
captures back.
And then when Andy takes the ko back,
When Andy
black's
takes
threat
the-
is the hane,
Black honey.
and Andy simply connects, making it now a direct ko to kill the group in the corner. So Song takes the ko.
Why doesn't he take? Oh, he doesn't want to use any of those ko threats. But if
Use
he,
any of which ko threats? Sorry, you'll have
he doesn't want to use the bigger ko threats because he knows that if white starts this ko,
Now it's a much bigger ko.
yes, he wants to
See.
save those. But after white connects, it makes these moves ko threats. The 3 ko threats that we said.
Oh,
Two,
be-
two more.
the 3
Two.
ko threats that he wasted?
Two
2 ko
more.
threats that he wasted.
1, 2.
Right.
But this is also one, right?
That's the first one, right?
1,
3.
and you have 1 more, right?
Yeah.
And 2.
Right.
Okay.
Math on stream, very difficult.
Okay,
Amazing
wait.
feats of counting.
Okay.
No problem. Counting to 3. Oh boy. And I'm just
But
speaking for
maybe
myself
one
here.
code threat would change the whole board.
Whole board, so,
so
it's a very
after-
important count to 3.
The
That's
game
right.
he played against Chen Yaoye was 1 code had.
1 ko.
Yeah.
Right, that's right. 1 ko thread ahead. That's right. I think I was there. I saw it actually. Well, not there. I was
Yeah.
following eagerly
With
along.
us, emotionally.
That's right. I was with you emotionally. That's right. You may not know this, but I was your biggest fan. It was kind of. All right, so he gets the co threat, takes it back. Song's co threat is play here, which seems like it's just endgame, right? I guess Andy is unafraid of the life of this group because he has, at the minimum, a connection underneath now, right?
Black, I assume black will take back.
Black takes the ko back. Andy
Black
connects. That's his other ko
Black
threat.
goes to connect.
Black connects.
And it takes back. And
Oh.
this is very comfortable ko threat.
Because he wanted to play there anyway as a big
Yes.
endgame point.
It's
Black blocks, and Andy is looking for a co threat. And he looks like maybe he's using some of that 18 minutes that he has here.
If Andy lost the
it's-
game, I
it's-
think
I'm not
the,
sure
the
now.
biggest problem is he started the ko. He shouldn't start the ko.
If he wasn't going to win it.
Yeah.
Well, on the other hand, he started the ko, but I don't think he expected that Black was going to exchange this group, right? It seems like Black had a way. If he didn't play in here, it seems like he could have just connected, right?
Right.
Andy has just crossed the 10-minute mark here, so as you see him, it looks like he is counting the board as you watch his eyes scan around there.
77.
Okay. He.
what-
Huh? What just happened?
Sorry, so Andy blocks, takes the ko back. Andy takes this ko. Black connects.
Okay.
And Andy, after some careful thought, simply connects here. Sounds like he's saying he's won.
Yeah. Yeah, white has a lot of points.
Tim blocked
Because
here.
white gets around 15 points here, but white lost around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, around 8.
So a net 7.
Net 7.
How much did he lose by fighting the Ko?
Not very much.
Not very much. He like 1 or 2 points.
1 or 2 points to fight the Ko. And does that count the exchange that was
No, we
beneficial
didn't
for
find
him?
the exchange.
So if he lost 2 points to fight the Ko, but the exchange happened, which was good for him, he gets
gained
15
some
points
more
here.
points, yeah.
Right. Ended up plus 7 with his Co-threats that won. With this as his
I
Co-threat.
think I have to recount now.
Okay.
Tim does not look like a happy guy on camera there, that is.
Okay. Because the game is way too complicated.
Way too complicated. Well, it looks like it's simplified here.
Yeah.
As it,
After
now
a lot
it
of
is
exchange.
Now
and
that the
trades.
codes are all connected, we can probably just count. And do we have any other fights? Have I missed one?
82.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
So white has to block, otherwise those 6 stones are gonna die. So let's
We
just,
can just
play this out.
Play this out. And Atari.
Alrighty.
I'm Andrew Jackson. I'm joined here by Stephanie Yin, one down professional, and Ryan Lee, one down professional, the AGA power couple. Sorry, I shouldn't distract you while we're counting.
Yeah, white has won.
I totally lost the candy.
I guess I don't think I will. 50%.
Alright, how many points?
White has won. White has maybe a little bit more on the board, actually.
Leads on the board.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think we should take a break here as they play out the end game, or what do you think? Do you want to review the game, maybe talk about where the turning point was? Or should we see if there's a turnaround? Do you think they're going to turn around?
Yeah.
Your
So
choice?
I think we can actually add up here. It's just by summarizing some biggest points on the board, and then I think we're good.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's do it.
because-
Okay, sounds great.
All right. Do you wanna?
Summarize the whole game?
Summarize the. Well,
All right.
Well, I think you saw
it's-
the beginning part.
All right.
Maybe we could talk about this peep and the drawback that seemed to be the turning point where black maybe lost control. That's just what it seemed like to me.
Yeah.
Was it maybe earlier, or was that
I thought this part was bad for black.
really
It was
at the very
really low,
beginning?
Yeah.
The clamp and
Yeah.
interesting.
I thought it was good for black.
I think black should just connect on the second line instead of
second line.
playing
Is it-
tiger's mouth.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So instead of any of this, Andy just blocked here.
Maybe
Song pushed.
peep here is not very good. And because when black peeped and white didn't connect,
And it looks like the players are reviewing the game on camera. I think we can.
Yeah.
I think it looks like Tim has resigned.
mm-hmm.
Although we will wait until we get official word on that one. Simply what it looks like. All right. Well, sorry, you were saying the peep up here was.
Yeah, he was talking about the tiger's mouth on the
Mhm,
bottom. He think maybe black
a
should
solid
connect.
connection.
Yeah, connection.
Makes a big difference on that.
Yeah, and also the peep on the top.
Yeah, the ending was quite messy, surprisingly.
That exchange was
Yeah.
pretty fearless.
Yeah.
Was this a mistake pushing in here? Did black have to make that exchange?
Yeah, black had to push in here because black was getting cut,
Ah.
so he had to. Do
Even though that doesn't make him a second eye. So as soon as he was cut, he was actually dead already.
but he was able to get this.
Right, he was able to trade, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. That result's still not official. We are waiting. We are waiting from our senior production crew. So if you are just joining us, by the way, stay tuned. After this game, we will have the wrap up where we summarize the day's results. Are they still playing? They are, in fact, still playing. So I'm not actually sure what we were seeing on camera. It looked like the two players were having a conversation. Maybe they've decided they're going to finish it off. I apologize. We aren't done. The end game is continuing. So stay tuned. Hold on. Although it sounds as if this is a bit of a foregone conclusion here.
But white is winning anyway, right?
White's,
Mm-hmm.
if White is winning on the board, they may just wait. There's not a lot of places left to play here.
No.
We're at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
All of them crying. So if Andy wins tonight, I believe Wu Hao is the other undefeated player. It's very possible that they will face each other tomorrow. We'll be left with one undefeated player, and we will see if any of the remaining rounds can knock that person off their perch. What do you think of the odds so far?
The odds.
Yeah, it's probably bad form to speculate on who do you think is going to prevail tomorrow. But would you agree that it's definitely anybody's open competition here so far? That's great. All right, so I think we can just watch them play out theirs. I don't think we'll be needing our demonstration board unless you guys want to go through any more variations. What do you think?
I think we already covered everything.
Covered it
Yeah,
all.
we just watch them play out the end game.
All right. Well, I guess that'll do it. We can watch them play out the end game. And anything else you guys would like to talk about here? Any other comments? No.
Nope.
Okay. Well, stay tuned. Stay tuned for Chris Garlock wrapping up the day's events, and we'll give you guys tomorrow's schedule as well as who will be doing the commentary when. I'm Andrew. I've been Andrew Jackson. I'll remain Andrew Jackson. This is Stephanie and Ryan, one-dan professional from the China Qiyuan and the American Go Associations. Thank you both for being with us. I've really appreciated having your insights. And so stay tuned for the next the wrap-up show coming up soon.
Oh, we didn't say who was introducing.
Who is
so-
it? Well, but we'll figure it out. It's me. I'm
is
Andrew
you.
Jackson, and this is Chris Garlock. As you might have just watched the two players finishing counting on stream, Andy Luke edges that one out. The official result, white by 6.5 points.
Yes.
Let's see. So I guess that wraps up today, day 2 of the U.S.
Two
Go Congress.
Masters games.
We've had 4 Masters games.
Just
Just
today.
2
was
today.
two
That's
today.
right. But
It was
that
a-
wraps up the second Masters
It
game.
does.
That's right. Everything else that happened today, we got 2 Masters games. We had 1 round of the U.S. Open this morning for all the other folks. Tonight we also had Lightning Go with honorary Keith Arnold presiding.
It went by so fast.
Oh, Lightning Go always does. Just wanna, come on, this is an easy one. Hang on, I'm receiving word from our producer. I'm never supposed to do that again.
I know, you were banned
On
from
the
doing
other
that.
hand, we do have Keith Arnold and Carolyn. Carolyn Burrow was doing the commentary today. Was it today at the Redmond Cup? She was doing the morning show.
She did the morning show
She
with
did the morning
me,
show with you.
and she'll be back tomorrow.
She'll be back tomorrow with Keith. That's
We're
gonna
gonna
be great.
It's going to be great.
great.
It's going to be a rocket show, and Keith is going to talk about the Lightning.
The
Go.
Lightning
It
tournament
should
and what
be
happened
a
there.
lot of fun there.
That's a lot of fun. Tomorrow we will have Masters round 5 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
We do not have a Masters round in the evening. But what we do have is Bao Yun doing a Bao Yun 2-down professional
Blind
will
Go.
do a blind go exhibition at 2 in the afternoon.
And if you haven't seen this, we need to
it's
describe
pretty
this because
impressive.
it's like he literally wears, and it's a very gorgeous blue
He's got this. It's like a
blindfold.
sleeping mask. He
Yes.
looks like he. So I should tell you also. I know Bao Yun. I did a tour group to China where Bao Yun was one of the instructors, and we visited one of these Chinese boarding schools where they send their students off to play Go at a very early age. And he did a three-game simultaneous exhibition where he's playing blind Go against 3 Chinese Go school students.
Get out.
In the middle of the Beijing summer, and it's 100 and something degrees. He's got that sleeper mask. He's got a bag of Dove chocolates.
He looks bad.
And
I
it's
mean,
really hot.
Right.
Right. So he's like lying on this couch with the sleeper mask, and he's got these like Dove chocolate wrappers, like the single.
Now
the
you're
single
making
bite
it
one.
up.
I am absolutely not. Across from this couch where this man looks like he's asleep, there are 3 people sweating and losing on these Go boards.
While he's just chilling.
Well, it just looks like he's chilling. He's like got this fan and he's got the sleep mask. Anyway,
A4.
it's fantastic. Yeah,
it's
he's
really
calling it out.
dramatic.
It's very
and
dramatic.
you have to see it to believe it.
Here's
Because
the problem. He's playing Ryan Lee. Ryan Lee, I don't know if you heard
He had a
this.
tough
He had a
game. A tough game tonight.
I talked with him about it a little bit after the broadcast, and he said things just kind of got out of control.
They did.
He
They
wasn't
did.
playing the game he was looking for.
That's what it looked like.
And he was just having a lot of trouble, staying in the
It's
same
a directional
zone.
thing that was happening there. But if I know Ryan, he'll bounce right back.
Still, so Bao Yun has a loss. Ryan has a loss in the Masters. This exhibition, I'm going to put my money on Ryan.
For the blind
for
go.
the blind go. I mean,
I don't know.
They-
I could go either way.
in
But
an
let
even
me-
matchup.
But let's talk about something serious.
That's right, let's talk about something
We're
serious.
4 games into the Masters.
4 games.
Tomorrow we cross over the halfway point in a 9-round. I think we need to start talking about some predictions. What are your
Well, we've
what are your
got
thoughts?
2 folks who are undefeated.
That's right.
We've got Andy, and we've got the person who bested Ryan tonight,
Mm-hmm.
Wu Hao. Wu Hao is a very
Bit of a sleeper.
he's a
right?
bit of
I
a
mean,
sleeper, but he's also probably the crowd favorite.
Because
He is just a real. He's very strong. He's currently an active player in China. I believe he's playing in the City League. So it's very. He's definitely the favorite. If you talk to some of these folks who are familiar with his
that's the
performances
word
in
that-
China.
yes.
Of course, Bao Yun is equally strong, and Ryan and Andy, I would never count them out at all. So I think we have a very open field. You asked me, I'm not going to speculate.
I know.
I decline. I
Always
decline your generous offer.
But I think it's safe to say that it's pretty wide open.
Pretty wide open.
We'll know after tomorrow's round, and then
For
we
sure.
have the day off.
We have the day off on Wednesday, so that's going to be kind of relaxing. There will be more Go played, of course. There's the diehard
There's
tournament.
always Go played.
I'll be going to the zoo, but there's always Go played. I'd be remiss not to say that.
That'll probably be Go played at the zoo.
That's what. Well, our producer will be at the zoo. Actually, that's where he is most of the time.
Is that true?
We
Yes,
just put
please.
that on the teleprompter. Hey, what do you want me to
We
read?
just read what's on
We
the
just read what
teleprompter.
they say. That's right. Also,
That would
not
make
true.
us
Don't
the
try it.
animals, by the way, in
That's a
that
good
scenario.
point. So, maybe we should revisit
We should wrap this up, maybe.
Let's move this around. All right, so tomorrow morning you'll see Carolyn and Keith tomorrow morning, 8:30 in the morning. They're
be
going to be a
here.
great morning show. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope to see you again tomorrow.
Take care.
Take care.